Title: The Whispering Woods. You ever hear about the case the BAU handled in the little town of Pine Hollow, Maine? No? Well, buckle up, because this one was a ride. So picture this. Pine Hollow's the kind of place you'd drive through on your way to somewhere else. Quaint, peaceful, surrounded by dense, misty woods that look straight out of a Stephen King novel. But one October, the peace shattered like glass when 3 people went missing in the span of 2 weeks. No ransom notes, no forced entry, just gone. And always from homes near the woods. The local cops were stumped, so naturally they called in the BAU. Hotch led the team, as always, with that intense calm of his. Rossi was intrigued. He'd heard tales of the Whispering Woods before, urban legends mostly. Morgan? He was skeptical, but ready for anything. JJ and Prentice started digging into victim profiles, while Reed, well, you know Reed, he was already quoting folklore and mapping behavioral patterns in his head before they landed. When they got to town, the first thing they noticed? Everyone was scared. Not the usual, a bad guy's out there scared. No, this was deeper, like the whole town was waiting for something in the dark to come knocking. They interviewed families, checked crime scenes, and something strange started popping up. Each of the victims had mentioned hearing whispers outside their windows in the nights before they vanished. Some thought it was just the wind or their imagination, but after the disappearances, people started to listen closer. Now Reed had a theory. He usually does. What if the unsub is using environmental manipulation? He said, excitement in his eyes. They could be projecting sound, maybe using directional speakers to create the illusion of whispering from the woods. Morgan raised an eyebrow. You're telling me we're hunting a ghost with Bluetooth? But Reed was onto something. They staked out the woods, splitting into pairs. Rossi and Prentice caught movement near the edge, someone darting between trees. But when they chased after him, he vanished. Not into thin air, though. Into an old, forgotten bunker, buried beneath the forest floor. Inside, a nest, maps, photographs, audio equipment. Turns out, the unsub was a former sound engineer who used to work in theater. After a personal tragedy, something in him snapped. He believed the woods spoke to him, and he wanted others to hear the voices too. So he chose people who lived near the edge, isolated and easy to manipulate. He whispered to them night after night until their grip on reality slipped just enough. Then he took them, believing he was saving them from a world that didn't listen. The BAU found the victims, thankfully, alive, though shaken and confused. Therapy would be a long road, but at least it was a road. Back at HQ, Garcia lit up the screen with a smile, happy to see her team safe. You know, I'm starting to think you guys just like the creepy ones, she said, sipping a neon smoothie. Morgan chuckled. Just another day in the office, baby girl. And just like that, the team packed up, leaving the Whispering Woods behind. But if you ever find yourself in Pine Hollow, listen carefully on a still night. Some folks say you can still hear the whispers. But hey, it's probably just the wind, right?